You came real close like you were going to kiss me.
Oh, no, I was getting in your face. Like, fuck you, that didn't do shit.
Welcome to 616 Entertainment Raw Talks. What we're going to do on this show is every Monday night we're going to watch Raw as it happens. Or like tonight we're going to DVR it and then skip the commercials because fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck commercials.
We're going to take this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about it segment by segment. It's going to be quick, to the point, bullet points, in and out. Just throw our opinions of WWE's flagship show at you as we go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
This is the other formerly known as Mike Charles.
Fat mama.
My name is Ian.
Maybe I should work on getting a new catchphrase for this show.
Another catchphrase for this show?
Maybe. We'll see.
I like it.
I want it to be natural, though.
Let's jump right in.
Jump right in.
This is the first Raw in a long time I've seen that didn't open with a 20-minute Triple H promo.
Yeah.
It turned into one. It turned into like a 28-minute promo that, of course, Triple H was involved in. Was he not?
Yeah.
Bullet points real quick. Number one. Lesnar straight up babyface in this segment. Straight up. The fans fucking loved him. He came out as a heel champion who is stereotypically a coward. Mm-hmm. If Cena runs in the ring, Lesnar hightails it. When he was feuding with Big Show gets in the ring, Lesnar hightails it. Tonight, he's the heel champion. He comes out, he says, I'm here to fight. Where are you, Rollins, who's the biggest heel? I'm going to kick your ass right now. That's about as babyface as it gets.
I didn't look at it like that.
Babyface as it gets. I'm here to fight. I want to fight you now.
And
that's
then,
a John Cena promo.
Not to get ahead of ourselves, but when you look at what happened at the end of the show,
mm-hmm.
It's consistent with that.
Mm-hmm. Which we'll get to.
Yeah, I don't want to jump too far ahead.
What you got for me? What'd you write down?
I just wrote. Well, in that segment, I wrote down asshole ... Really?
Cena. He made this big thing about like, you ain't what you are anymore. You're a pile of ashes. What you used to be. You're 2 piles of ashes. You could say you're a couple of ash holes.
You're the biggest ash holes in the business.
And I wrote down, where is it? Someone was so proud of ash holes. Whoever wrote that was like, I got the best joke, guys. Cena's going to say that they're just ashes of what they used to be. And they're ash holes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was his joke. He jokes.
You know what I think?
Fucking worst.
You know what I think of ash holes?
What?
Ash Marie.
Yeah.
Who is a cam model. That's really hot. She calls her fans ash holes.
Well, that makes more sense. I like that.
Raise your fan if you're an ash hole. I'd be proud of that too. Bullet point I wrote down. Steph is looking good.
She,
Black
she's always looking good, but
I think
she was on point
in her. I think she's in her prime right now. I think this past year, this is as good as she's ever looked. And she looked good before.
I wouldn't dispute that.
If you haven't picked up on it by now, DanDans, he's got his notes over here on his phone. I went old school. I wrote them down in a fucking notebook. You know what I mean? Cena's new shirt. I think he said every color of the rainbow probably 5 times by now. Yeah. And not only is he hitting colors of the rainbow, but now he's going into different shades of them.
What was it? Like a teal?
It was like baby blue, yeah. And not only did he have the new shirt tonight, but his promo pictures and all the graphics were already with the new shirt.
Of course.
So when you roll out new John Cena merchandise, you do it across the board.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get in where you fit in.
Almost 100% true.
Yeah.
And then when they're saying that, it's just kind of like, why are they still addressing the fact that a lot of people don't like Cena? And then the next thing is, because you're a loser and you never live up to what you say you're going to do. What?
When has he not?
He
has never not lived up to what he says he's going to do.
His whole thing, never give up, never surrender, all the John Cena isms. He always does those things. So you went from taking something, it's like, oh, they kind of have a point. That's kind of how we feel, to just like, oh, no, that's not what I was thinking at all.
No.
So that was just terribly mishandled. Another thing, they said, if Cena's like, if I win at the Royal Rumble, my 3 buddies get their jobs back. And I was like, okay, spoiler, Cena wins at the Rumble. Because those guys are obviously going to come back and they're going to be in the Rumble, no doubt. They need them because the roster's thin. But then when they changed it to, we'll decide tonight, I was like, I like that. I like that because now that doesn't completely give away the main event of the pay-per-view.
Right.
Because, like, as we said right now, I don't know who's going to win at the Rumble, the world title match. I don't know.
I don't know. It could go. There's a lot of possibilities.
There's rumors going around, but I want to keep the show basically spoiler free.
Okay.
Wrestling fans read the news that's on the internet, but I kind of try to stay away from it now. I saw an article the other day that was like 2 top stars possibly returning in the Rumble match, and I was like, I'm not clicking on that.
Right, you want to
I don't want it spoiled.
Be like, oh shit, look at these guys. So the second segment was Wyatt versus the Wyatt versus Bryan match, and like we said, the purpose of this match kind of non-existent.
There was really no point.
Hyping Bryan back up for his first match back,
but it ended with him getting pinned in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it, though.
No.
Because you need to be able to lose.
Yeah.
That's the problem with a guy like Rusev, is his whole thing is his undefeated streak. Once he loses, it's just going to be like,
what's going to be his gimmick?
Like I don't like winning streak storylines because of that reason.
Yeah.
Because of the absent-minded fan is going to be like, oh, well, he lost, oh, what a loser, you know? But here's why him losing is okay. Because on SmackDown, isn't there a thing like if Bryan loses, he's not in the Rumble? And he's facing Kane? It was. Pay attention. Obviously, Bryan beats Kane on SmackDown.
Of course.
So he remains in the Rumble, and that recovers him losing tonight.
Yeah.
Beating the guy one-on-one who fucked him over.
And he didn't lose to, like, a jobber or anything.
No, he lost to Kane.
No, I was talking about Wyatt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, I totally forgot that was the match that happened tonight. This was the first match of the show, and it started 28 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
It's been since 2003 probably people have been complaining online, why does every show start with 20 minutes of talking?
Yeah.
Why is that necessary? That opening segment did not need to be a half hour long.
No. It
could have been half as long and still have been a little too long. And they introduced Seth in that first segment. He's just like, Cena, you're a butthole or whatever. And then the rest of them talk for 10 minutes, which means the people in the arena were looking at Seth on the Titantron just like, for like 10 minutes. Like, what the fuck was that?
They repeat themselves so fucking much.
And that doesn't even, not only do they repeat themselves in the segment, but then they're going to tell you about it 6 times throughout the show. It's not all complaints tonight.
No.
Far from all complaints, because in this second segment here, here's what we're going to do. Each match we're going to rate on like a 5-star scale.
Yeah.
That's going to go from terrible, bad, okay, good, great. No out of 10, not out of 100 or anything. That's too much to choose from. Out of 5. This match with Bryan and Bray, I'm going 3.
I said good.
Yeah. I said okay. I didn't think it was good.
Maybe it was just the joy of seeing Bryan wrestle again.
I love seeing him back. He and Bray have great chemistry together. Bryan jumped off the top rope and Bray did not catch him.
Yeah.
He hit the ground really fucking hard. He took a clothesline, did a backflip off of it. He took Bray's shoulder charge thing.
He took a lot of neck riskers.
His moveset is not dumbed down at all.
No.
Like you would think coming back from a surgically repaired neck.
No, he didn't miss a step.
He didn't miss a step, but he should be. Like, not missing a step, but he should be just taking one less step.
Yeah.
And the only thing he didn't hit tonight was the diving headbutt, which is probably the most high-impact move he has.
It's probably a good thing.
It's a very good thing. But, yeah, I wrote down not taking it easy at all, dives and lands hard.
Yeah.
Third segment. We got the NWO with Shawn Michaels and Triple H backstage. Number 1, I fucking love seeing these guys together all the time. Scott Hall immediately treats the fans like he doesn't care that you're watching and you want to believe what you're seeing.
No.
Hall's first words are, "What's with the suit? You still work in this authority gimmick?" Like, as many insider terms as he can possibly use. They did not write that for him. You know that's not what they wrote in the script. Are you working this authority gimmick?
I think he said part.
He said gimmick.
Did he?
I know he said gimmick, yeah.
Okay.
Sean, of course, doing the product placement like he always does.
And then X-Pac.
Sandow Pac.
Dude,
Damien Pacto.
I did not know that was Sandow.
I didn't either.
He looked so good. It was so convincing.
X-Pac comes in and he's doing this, and I'm just like, okay, that's funny. Then he just kept doing it, and I'm like, why are they making him act like a fucking idiot?
When X-Pac came in, I'm like, who's that guy?
Yeah, that was hilarious. I wrote down in all caps, Sandow Pac is gold. What anything Sandow does in my book is gold, other than the Mizdow shit. I'm over it.
Well, it's kind of played out.
I'm over it. I'm over the Mizdow thing. Pac Dow was hilarious. When he acts like somebody else, it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't like The Miz.
Yeah, but I think Mizdow is genius. But it's kind of played out.
But Sandow is the only reason Miz is relevant right now.
Yes, absolutely.
What was Miz doing before this? Nothing. He was doing a movie, which I guess makes you kind of relevant, like, mainstream-wise. No. Because all moms are going to go to Blockbuster and be like, he's a handsome boy, and they're going to rent the Marine 7.
The Marine isn't mainstream.
Yeah, but moms will go to Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
That was a dated reference.
I can't believe you even said it. Redbox.
Redbox.
I guarantee Redbox has the Marine 3.
Yeah. Is it 3 or 4? 1 was Cena.
Oh, it is 4.
2 was Orton. 3 was DiBiase.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought The Miz did the 3 and 4.
Oh, you know what he did?
What the fuck did DiBiase do?
12 rounds, 4 or some shit. I don't know. I think he did a Marine movie. Moving on. This next thing. Did you have something to say?
Nope.
This next thing's not even a segment. It was a commercial for WWE Immortals.
Oh, yeah.
I love the idea of this game.
Yes.
It looks almost exactly like Mortal Kombat vs. DC, at least the environment they were fighting in. Go back and watch the original trailer for Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Mm-hmm. Sub-Zero, I think, and Batman are fighting in a cemetery, and it looks exactly like Immortals, which was made by NetherRealm Studios, which is the creator of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So there's no coincidence there. Yeah. It's probably the same artist.
I agree. I think it's an awesome idea to have a Mortal Kombat style wrestling game where maybe they have superpowers and stuff. What if the mobile app is like a plan to see how well it's like the downloads are, and then what if they make a console
like
version?
a full-fledged
one, not just a port?
Well, I definitely would not put it out of the realm of possibility because they've already made WWE All Stars, which
NetherRealm did?
No, THQ did.
Okay, but the WWE was
it was like the wrestlers were big and hulking.
I remember that.
And
it was
like
very arcadey.
It was basically the engine of the TNA game, which is funny. But the gameplay was really fun. And it's like a fighter. It's not like a wrestling game at all. Yeah. You're punching and kicking. You got these giant moves. Like Orton's RKO throws you like 40 feet in the air and you spin.
That's awesome.
And then you nail it, which was cool. But the reason I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility is because they were making a game a couple years ago called WWE Brawl. That looked fucking horrible.
Really?
It looked... Garbage would throw this game away. It looked so bad.
Yeah.
And like... I can't even describe it. Like the wrestlers looked, they were like hunched over and shit. There used to be these things back in the day called Maximum Sweat action figures. Listen to this. They were wrestlers that were like these weird mongoloid idiot looking things that had holes in them. And it came with a little bottle that you would stick in the back of their neck and put water in them. And as you played with it, your fucking action figure would sweat on you.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's like the baby toy that pisses on you.
But worse.
It's way worse.
That's so stupid.
They were the dumbest shits ever, and that's what the characters in WWE Brawl looked like. WWE Brawl got canceled like 20% into development.
I just want to Google this just to look at what
WWE Brawl or Maximum Sweat.
Oh, maybe both.
Segment 5. We've got Hogan, Flair, and HBK in the ring.
I love this.
I loved it. Hulk Hogan undoubtedly people will say is like one of the most charismatic superstars of all time. Mm-hmm. And he is a corpse compared to Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels just, in my book, there maybe other people feel differently, entertain circles around Hogan. And I don't mean as wrestlers. I mean as wrestlers too.
Yeah.
But especially just in like a talking role, Hogan nowadays is very robotic.
Yeah.
You know.
What was that line that he said? It was like, it's like, well, I got news for you, Mr. WrestleMania. He's not gonna win.
Yeah. And I said, when Hogan said that line, I was like, my exact words were, that was robotic.
Like, that was riveting.
Shawn goes out there and just doesn't give a fuck anymore. You can totally tell. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he was out there like trying to antagonize Hogan a little bit. Like they sit down on their stools and Shawn decides to run 3 laps around him, and then he's got to just overact like he's Jim Carrey. Yeah, hamming the shit out of it. What did I say when this segment started?
You said, who's going to interrupt this?
Mm-hmm. And then what did I say?
You started throwing stuff around and you're like, it's going to be a heel. Could be Rusev, but Ryback's not here to save the day. Mm-hmm. So you said it's probably going to be Big Show and Roman would show up and save the day.
What happened?
You were half right.
Yeah.
Because Big Show showed up.
Roman saved the day.
Oh, he did. Why did I forget that happened? I was thinking, I'm like, did Roman Reigns even show up today?
He did show up.
I know. I must have blocked that on.
One of the things I wrote down was, why did Roman let Rick get murdered?
I think Roman, because Flair was gonna beat up Big Show.
No.
And Roman thought he could do it.
No, he
thought
didn't.
He was gonna win.
No, he didn't.
Why not? He's Ric Flair.
He's a bag of bones.
Yeah, but he knows more. And I wrote down, Ric Flair is Mandelbaum. Because when he starts punching him and then Big Show just knocks him out, I just go, Mandelbaum, Mandelbaum.
Yeah,
because if you don't know, it's a Seinfeld reference. And there was this family,
this old man,
but there were like 3 of them. Like their dads kept showing up. They were so old, and they'd go up to Jerry and be like, "I'm gonna fight ya," and then
it's time to toughen you up.
And then they'd like throw their back out. They all end up in the hospital.
But like Flair takes off his jacket, and I thought he was bluffing. Like he might do like one of these at show. He took off his jacket and then punch, chop, punch, and then he goes, woo, woo, and then he punches him, slaps him, does a dance, hits the ropes, gets murdered.
Yeah, he's got no fear.
When I was talking about Show is going to kill at least one of them, I was like, Flair's probably the only one who's willing to do a bump.
Yeah, and I said he's the oldest. Like what a great boy.
Yeah. Don't be reading my notes, motherfucker.
I just want to know what the next. I'm trying to remember.
Well, the next segment is probably Wade Barrett versus Dean Ambrose.
Those 2 guys.
The 6th segment on the show, and it's the second match.
I said when this was on, it was an hour and a half in.
It's time for match 2.
Matches.
I have a question. Why the fuck did this match happen? You want to know why it happened? Because Ambrose and Wyatt, are they still feuding?
I guess.
I doubt it. The ambulance match seemed like the blow-off, but they referenced the ambulance match when Dean decided that his leg hurt.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
Halfway through the match. He's fine. He does the big elbow off the top rope, which is an awesome move. The elbow drop to the standing opponent.
Yeah.
He does like something, and then he goes to run off the ropes, and now his leg hurts. And Michael Cole's like 3 weeks ago in the ambulance match. What the fuck are you talking about?
He retweaked it. It was weakened, and it was fine, and then running, it retweaked.
Barrett didn't go after the knee one time. If he's smart and he's the bad guy and he knows people's weaknesses, wouldn't he go after the knee? Because he knew it was fucked up before?
Because he knew Ambrose wasn't showing that it was... He didn't tweak it yet,
I wrote down for this match, crowd is dead.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit about this match.
I saw dead and I was like, what? Who died?
Crowd is dead, and I wrote, why does the fucking Intercontinental Champion always have to lose? The Intercontinental Champion always loses.
It's so weird.
Like Ziggler wins the Intercontinental title, and I was really happy. And then he loses to someone, and he loses to someone else, and he gets a win, and then he loses to somebody. Now he lost the title, and now he's fired. Which storyline wise, it's fine. At least he didn't fucking lose tonight. Last week Ambrose lost. Didn't he get raped by Rusev or something? Or was that the week before?
We didn't.
We missed last week's Raw because the DVR fucked up.
Yeah, we were.
The show was supposed to start last week.
Yeah,
but that didn't happen. I don't know why the Intercontinental Champion always loses. Another question about Barrett. He came back as a babyface. What, like 2 weeks ago? Comes out. He interrupts Cesaro, who was being a fucking crybaby, and he was like, "I've got bad news. You're an asshole," or whatever. Comes back, cuts a babyface promo, and wins with an eye rake, which is super heelish. What the fuck was that? And then the next week, he straight up just attacked Ziggler because I guess they were like, fuck it, we need heels.
Yeah. I don't know.
What? What the fuck? What is that? Moving on. New Day versus Cesaro and Kid.
Well, so this kind of leads in because we were talking about Cesaro, but I don't get like what Cesaro's thing is.
His gimmick?
Yeah.
He's in a tag match he's in a tag with Kid now.
I know, but like, are they heels? Are they faces?
I guess. So yeah, Cesaro was being a crybaby 2 weeks ago. So
what was the thing they came in with the masks? Who were they?
I think they wear hoods.
And then they took the masks off.
Well, because Kid wears like a KKK hood for some reason.
I think they were wearing like it's just the point. It's like
I know
a lot of boxers wear that.
Yeah. I don't know. I missed it. I think I was taking a pee.
It happened like 2 weeks ago. They came in.
Oh, no. I think that was just them being like, we don't like the New Day. Mm. Why they came out in masks just to take the masks off, I don't know.
And is the New Day, like, what? Are they heels?
Here's the thing I have with the New Day. They ran these vignettes for what seemed like a couple months, and they bring them in. Rumor is they delayed the New Day's return because of all the, like, Ferguson shit that was going on. They didn't want a black stereotypical character because of this. But it's been a couple weeks, so, you know, it's not too soon anymore. Not that it ever was. Fucking don't be so sensitive. I don't know what they are. I guess they're baby faces. They come out and they're like, we're the New Day and we're going to win because we're jam-up guys and great technicians.
Yeah.
Their gimmick is we're good guys because we like to wrestle.
I remember the vignettes. They would all dance. Biggie's the worst black guy dancer I've ever seen.
What's his dance?
I don't even remember. It was just like, yeah. Like, that was it. Like...
yeah, I wrote down New Day aren't connecting because they don't have anything other than let's be good wrestlers. That said, this was probably the best match of the night.
Yes.
I love the double team moves that Cesaro and Kid have together.
The swing.
The swing was cool.
Going into the kick.
Cesaro picking up the suplex
that
and
was
then
so impressive.
Just like holding him. And then Kid going up and looking at his watch and then jumping.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. That's a pretty babyface move. You know, they had him stop doing the Cesaro swing because people loved it so much and they wanted to turn him heel. I don't know. I love
Why not just turn him face?
That would make too much sense.
Stick with it.
That would make way too much sense. But that's a conversation for another time. I love new tag teams. I love that the New Day is interchangeable when Xavier wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
Because they've got 3 different combinations there. I love Tyson and Cesaro being together because they're both great. And they looked good as a tag team tonight. This is the first time I've seen them wrestle together because I missed last week. I like it.
I do too. Well, yeah. I like new tag teams because there are so few of them right now.
Oh, Barrett and Ambrose I gave 2 stars. It was bad. It wasn't bad as in they kept fucking up or anything. As a segment as a whole, it was bad. Because why did this happen? Why does the Intercontinental Champion have to lose all the time? What did this do for Dean? Like, every high-profile match he's in, he's losing. He gets a low-profile match against a fucking champion and wins, but it doesn't matter.
No.
But back to New Day and Cesaro Kid. I gave that 3. I call it good. It's okay.
I said that was good.
I said it was okay. I'm being real strict. I'm being stiff with my verdicts here. Speaking of new tag teams, the Ascension. What the fuck are they doing with the Ascension?
I don't know.
The Ascension were awesome in NXT.
No, they're just jokes.
They had the tag titles in NXT for like 300 and some odd days, like almost an entire year, and then they come up to the main roster, and I was talking to Steve at Focal and on Twitter. You should follow him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to put an effect right there. Steve, I think he tweeted like when the Ascension debuted, like they totally missed their opportunity. Because Miz and Mizdow dropped the titles that night.
They should have.
Why didn't you put it on the big powerhouse tag team?
They should have won them. Yeah.
Who is now not a powerhouse tag team? They're a bunch of big dopes.
Yeah.
Who come out, have purposely corny dialogue. They had Michael Cole laugh at one of the lines tonight. He's like, "We're here to tear it up and get fucked."
It was what was it? It was like I don't know.
Get wrecked or die.
It rhymed, but it was bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. About the NWO, I love seeing them all together. So happy Sean and Scott are clean, you know, and on TV again.
Yeah, I really like that segment as a whole when JBL got up.
I wrote down JBL is based God.
I don't really understand that reference.
There's a rapper named Lil B.
God is.
Yeah.
But I don't know why things are base God.
I don't either. But I've seen it thrown around a lot, and I got called it on 616entertainment.proboards.com the other day, and I was like, that must be a good thing. JBL's base God. Base God JBL. I thought he was going to get up and have an NWO shirt on. Because I saw the black collar.
Yeah.
I'm wearing pink. But.
He moved his shirt, and
the more I thought about it, like as soon as I saw it, I was like, nice! He was never in the NWO. Who who cares? Like, I was gonna be along with it anyway, just because it was awesome.
And now I was a little confused. What was it? The APA?
Acolytes Protection Agency.
And so that
you became
was
a fan
team?
in like 2012, so you weren't around for that.
If then.
Yeah. They were huge in like 99, 98, 2000.
Okay.
You know.
I know the damn guy. That guy's cool.
Damn!
That guy's cool.
Ron Simmons is the man. Farouk.
Yeah.
First ever black world heavyweight champion.
Wow.
In
Why
WCW.
wasn't he on the package, the MLK package?
Because he was a surprise.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's gonna. That's not foreshadowing he's gonna be there.
Yeah, it is.
Nah.
Yeah, it is. Big time. I wrote down great segment. I don't get the treatment towards the Ascension.
That was the only bad part of it, but otherwise it was.
They
cool.
could have been out there with some jabronis from fucking a backyard wrestling federation.
Yeah.
The NWO, DX, and the APA fucking them up. I would have been all over it. I loved it. It was the perfect nostalgia segment. Other than, I wrote down, really? Heels interrupting legends? It's easy, but come on. What did we do 3 segments ago? We had the legends in the ring. Here comes the heel. Yeah. And then here comes the babyface to make the save. What did we just do? Legends in the ring. Here comes the heels. Here comes the babyfaces to make the save. But it's too easy, and it's too easy because that's what I would have done. You know? The lazy way out. You know what I mean? Yeah. That writes itself. Come on. The Divas match. I wrote down... good match. I was like surprised.
It was good, but I don't know.
Paige's moveset, in my opinion, is coming along. I love the clotheslines, holding the hand, clothesline. You know.
And can we just pause for a moment to just appreciate Paige as a lady?
Paige's base goddess. And those see-through shorts.
Man, oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Rusev versus Truth.
The rap was interesting.
He's been doing that for years. I called him K Quick.
But does he do
when
that?
When they came back from commercial, I was like, fucking K Quick. And I didn't even mean to do it.
Yeah. I didn't even know who that was.
That was his name in like 2001.
Well, you explained that to me. Did I write anything down?
Here's what I wrote down. Lana should be bragging about having the U.S. title every time we see those two.
Yeah.
The big
rub it in their
the big brute Bulgarian Russian captured the U.S. title, and every time we see them, they should be jamming it down our throats.
You know, mention it.
It's just like, oh, we have your belt. None of you Americans are good enough to come reclaim your prize. It has your flag on it, and you can't even take it from us. You know, can someone please come out here and make your country not look like a bunch of pussies?
Yeah, it's such a...
How easy is this? Come on.
It's such a missed opportunity.
Match was bad. It meant nothing. It did nothing for... We've seen Rusev do this for damn near a year
and now with even an impressive opponent.
No.
Like, he's a jobber. Like, so what?
If I'm nitpicking, I was upset how long it took Truth to tap out.
Yeah.
Rusev locks in the accolade. The second he went like this, Truth is no one. Mm-hmm. He shouldn't be able to take that pain for more than 1 second. Like as soon as that shit got locked in, he should be like, oh, fuck, get him off me, get him off me.
Like Jack Swagger holding it till he goes to sleep is one thing.
And Big Show passing out. Yeah. Because they're big, tough guys, they're patriotic.
They want to prove a point.
Truth should be thinking like, oh, I'm in Bloodsport. Yeah. He's going to paralyze me. You know they're remaking Bloodsport?
No.
They're doing it. Segment, whatever. I wrote down Mizdow versus Usos. Because I wasn't even paying attention. Miz versus Uso blank. Whoever the fuck.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a tag match.
The first thing I wrote down was again.
No tag. There's no tag teams.
How many times can we get this? The Miz Usos shit. Why do the Usos have the fucking titles? The Usos have never connected with me. No. I don't care. Like, the Young Bucks can get away with doing the super kicks all the time because it's their thing. It's funny. They know it's stupid.
It's on...
I feel like the Usos, run out of shit to do, and they just... super kick. Yeah. They super kick like someone says, in wrestling talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually talked to Stone Cold Steve Austin on the phone a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. I'm not even kidding about that. This podcast about wrestlers stealing other wrestlers' moves. And whichever one of the Usos it is, soon enough is going to be doing the Twist of Fate and the Swanton Bomb. He does Jeff Hardy's Whisper in the Wind. He does the walk up on the rail, jump off, dive onto a guy. Mm-hmm. His entire moveset now. Like, How much longer is it going to be?
I don't know.
Austin told me a great story.
I don't see the future.
About DDP. You should listen to that episode. You know what I'm saying?
What was the number?
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
Type in Stone Cold Steve Austin Ian. I'm sure.
The other note I wrote besides again is, who cares?
Yeah, there was so many who cares matches, and why is this happening match tonight? There was so much.
You have anything else to say about that?
No. Like, what are you going to say about it?
After that match, we found out that the Outlaws are going to be facing the Ascension at the Royal Rumble.
Who cares?
Why?
What the fuck?
Why is this happening? And it's on the main card.
If anything, that should be the...
Kid and Cesaro are facing the New Day on the fucking undercard. Or the pre-show for wrestling fans. I'm using, like, boxing terms.
Well, that's okay.
Why is that happening? Nobody fucking cares about the Ascension. They've made sure nobody cares about the Ascension. We just saw they're coming back. Cool. Put them on the fucking pre-show. They won the tag titles on a pre-show at the Royal Rumble last year. Put them on the fucking pre-show.
Yeah.
Kid, Cesaro, New Day, all young guys, all fucking great. Put them on the main card. And Kofi better be in the Rumble. Cesaro better be in the Rumble. I think they're going to be in. I don't think
Kofi can't not be in the Rumble.
That's the thing was my biggest issue tonight. I wrote it in the biggest letters. Why the fuck is Outlaws versus Ascension? You know?
That's really aggressive.
Where did that bring us?
To the main event.
Mm-hmm. Which was?
Cena versus the three bad guys.
Rollins, Kane show.
Yeah.
I called Sting coming in.
You did. That was impressive.
Totally called it. And here's the reason I called it. Sting was clearly... I'm not even trying to brag about that. It was pretty obvious. If you've been a fan long enough.
I didn't see
you know where it's going. Sting
makes
the save for all the young guys. They start calling him the Vigilante. He did it against Triple H's wishes.
Right.
Tonight, Cena faces insurmountable odds, which if Sting didn't show up, he probably still would have won. I mean, let's be honest. It's Triple H out there holding down the same guys that Sting saved last time. Right. We always knew that those guys were going to come back because of Sting.
Yeah.
You know? It was kind of cut and dry.
Well,
but it was still amazing.
And Cena beating those three guys is so unrealistic. How did you think they handled it? Like, just showing
horrible.
Okay, I agree.
Horrible.
Like, it was so less impactful. Just putting his picture up there with no music or anything.
I don't even think Sting needed to be there tonight. I think what I really thought was going to happen was when Cena was gang raped on the outside of the ring, and the referee's counting. He's 7, 8, 9. I thought we'd hear the crow. The lights would go out. The lights come back on. Cena's in the ring. He's on top of Seth. Everyone is dead. And there's like a bat in the corner. Leaned up against the turnbuckle. That's all you needed to do.
That's pretty good.
That's all you needed to do. The whole thing of just like, oh, Cena's hurt, but he got back in the ring. And then you just see from the corner, Sting on the Titantron.
Like,
no lights, no music. It was just like, Seth is going after Cena. He's gonna go, Sting!
Like the fans in the stadium.
They didn't know what to do.
Like, how are they even supposed to notice? Like, how would you
Well, you see that change happen, but still, like, and I guess when you're there, it would be like, oh man. You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, wow, Sting is there.
Yeah.
But then he's just staring off into nothing. And Cole goes, it's Sting! And JBL says, that ain't Sting, that's a picture of Sting. Even if it was. Why would it be a picture of... Who put that picture of Sting on the... Who took that picture of Sting?
It's just like the... what was that guy's name? The surrealist artist with the pipe, you know?
Dali?
It wasn't Dali.
No, I know.
Marguerite.
Yeah. Ain't no pipes. It's a long story.
Yeah.
So Sting comes out.
He's a poet.
Looks really angry. I love Sting's facials in this one.
Oh yeah.
He was looking at Sting, or Sting was looking at Triple H when he came out, and his face was just like, I can't fucking believe you made me come back again. Like he looked so angry. You know?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you continue to do this? It's like, what's so funny is Sting was the franchise of WCW. He never went to WWE. Sting is like the only thing keeping WWE alive right now. Like, a guy who was on the outside, obviously none of WWE's top stars can save this company from the tyranny of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Who can? Like a 58-year-old Sting. Which is awesome. It makes Sting look like $2 million.
Yeah.
It makes Sting look as big as his WCW contract was.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, I mean, that's really cool. It gives him the importance that he always talked about he was worried he wouldn't get if he did come over. But so the match ends, and
Cena wins.
JBL goes, of course Cena wins.
Everyone
because
gets
of Sting.
back.
Because of Sting. That's the underline here. That's in bold italics. Because of Sting.
Mm-hmm.
And JBL goes, John Cena is superhuman.
He got his ass kicked.
What did he do? What did he do?
And he won.
He did a roll-up. He did a roll-up. He didn't even need to roll him up. If Seth tripped because Cena's corpse was behind him and Cena just went, he still would have gotten the pin. But he's superhuman. Why do we need to promote Cena there? Promote Sting. This moment's all about Sting. Sting, Sting, Sting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that we didn't see Sting walk away either.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sting came out, he gave Triple H the murder eyes, like, I'm going to kill you. Stop fucking this up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here to save this. Why are you trying to ruin your own empire? Which doesn't make any sense. Like, bad guys, what's their main goal? They want to take over the world. Triple H is the bad guy. His world is WWE. Mm-hmm. He took it over. Why is he trying to destroy it?
That's what we were watching.
Bad guys don't want to destroy the world. Some do. But they want to take over.
Just want to watch the world burn.
Did you make that up?
Yeah. But when we were watching, it was the Survivor Series. I was not caught up on Raw at all. Mm-mm. And you explained to me that, well, if Cena's team loses, he gets fired, and they all get fired. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how is that best for business?
Take all of your top 4 or 5 baby faces, your ticket sellers, you're done. I love how it's never even an option to go to TNA for any of the guys.
Their only possible job is to work a concession stand in the building.
Not even retail.
No.
They get a job at the building where the next show is. It always happens that way. Kane was working fucking popcorn. Mm-hmm. Oh, brother. Let's wrap this shit up.
Well, we didn't talk about what happened after the match, though.
That's where we're going to wrap it up with the last part of this segment.
You want me to, what about that sign that I saw?
Let's finish with that.
Okay.
So the last part of this segment, Brock Lesnar is a joke away from being the biggest babyface in the company.
That was a really big... how is that not a face turn, what he did?
I guess because he was beating up bad guys. But what do good guys do?
That's what I'm saying.
They beat up the bad guys. And not only do good guys beat up the bad guys, everyone loves Brock Lesnar.
I know.
The only people who don't like Brock Lesnar are little kids who are afraid of him. I'm not a little kid,
afraid of him.
But I'm afraid of him. What was that one joke?
I said, I'm a big fan of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want to meet him. Someone could say, hey, Brock Lesnar's signing autographs.
I was talking to Brock Lesnar. We're going to get Brock Lesnar on the podcast. Are you down for Monday?
No.
Oh.
I'll,
why not?
You can do that on your own.
Are you afraid of him?
Yeah. Very afraid.
I think having a conversation with Brock Lesnar would be extremely intimidating.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? And so many people, when you talk about big scary wrestlers or fighters, are oh, he's the nicest guy. I doubt it.
No, Brock Lesnar's not the nicest guy.
Lesnar's not a nice guy.
I think Brock Lesnar would sign your autograph. I think he might take a picture with you, but he's not going to stand and bullshit with you. No. He might give you...
He lives in the fucking mountains by himself.
Because he doesn't want to talk to people.
He has to walk miles to, go to a payphone.
He doesn't have a computer. I think Brock Lesnar might give you a hi, how you doing? And if you said big fan, he'd be like, thank you. Mm-hmm. And then he would keep walking. And if you kept bothering him, he'd probably just give you a look that says, can I have my space?
Like, I don't think he's not like a bad guy.
No.
He's not a murderer.
He's not a bad guy.
But I think that's about where it ends.
Yeah. He's not a bad guy, but he's a bad man. That's like the best way to word it. So you came up with a segment while we were watching this.
I kind of had the idea for a segment, and then I saw a really great sign, and I thought, what if we did a closing segment? Best sign of the night.
Yeah. There was only one answer.
Oh, yeah.
Just for devil's advocate, I'll do a different answer, but go ahead and talk about the winner.
So it was got great seats, right in the front. It was...
like right above the right turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was John Cena watches The Bachelor.
Which is just such a subtle jab.
The best. That's the best. It was the undisputed champion.
Just devil's advocate, second place. I think we should have a second place every week.
Sure.
Someone had a perfect sign of just the Shawn Michaels heart with like a dagger through it.
Nice.
That he used in like the mid-late 90s. Mid-90s. Cool. And I think it was kind of glittery. It was fucking awesome. It looked like they blew up the picture of it and had it printed because it was so good. So that was awesome, whoever made that sign. Let's do a match of the week. I'm going New Day versus Kid and Cesaro. That was the one I had the most fun watching. I like the new tag teams. I like everyone involved in that match. A lot of people give Big E some shit. I think he's really fun to watch. When they were doing Big E versus Rusev, those dudes were beating the shit out of each other. And those matches were super... They did too many of them. But they were super fun to watch. I love Big E. Yeah. You know?
I think I'd probably go the same.
Yeah.
Like, not to be a cop-up, but there wasn't a lot to choose from this week. The main event was okay.
It didn't do anything for me. It's nothing we haven't seen 9 million times before.
But yeah, I agree. I thought the new moves that Tyson and Cesaro were doing were really cool.
Side note, this is the first time in a long time there was a Divas match on Raw that I was like, that was fun to watch. They didn't get out there. It wasn't embarrassing. You had the Bellas on commentary. I don't know what the fuck she said. I wasn't really listening. But I like Paige's moveset. I like Natty and Paige both getting a win together. Alicia and Summer Rae are both throwaways, so who cares that they lost? I love Paige's moveset. I love that it's expanding. If there was enough good... Okay, there's barely enough good divas to have a good divas division. But years ago, TNA had such a good... They call them knockouts division. They had divas tag team titles because they had so many good ones. And they had so many good matches. I would love to see that happen again. That's not gonna. Not anytime soon. But I'd love... Where the fuck is AJ?
I don't know.
Is she going on vacation or some shit?
Maybe. Could be. It's possible.
What did we call this show? Raw Talks?
Yes.
Thanks for watching the inaugural episode of 616 Entertainment Raw Talks for Monday, January 19th. We're going to do this every week now. Being that Raw ends at 10:10 our time, Central, we've been going for about 45 minutes right now. Who knows how short I'm going to cut it down to. These are going to go up probably around midnight, so you can watch it the night of Raw, you can watch it the next day, whatever. I don't want to talk about SmackDown. I don't want to talk about TNA. I think shows after pay-per-views could be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching the show. We're going to do this every week. We love you, DanDans. What the fuck was that?
It's a cool sign-off.
If you insist.
I'm not going to do it every time, though.
I hope you never do it again.
I'm going to do it every time just because you said that.
616